right now we're going to take the objective 3 notes. This is learning target 7, 8, and 9. We'll only have a test over learning target 7 and 8 because learning target 9 says I can use tables and graphs to answer real-world questions. And so that is pretty much wrapped up in those. So we'll have a test over learning target 7 and a test over learning target 8. In order to be able to construct a table or graph to match a given situation and construct a situation for a given table or graph, you need to know how these distance time graphs work and how they relate to what's happening in the situation. For this objective, we are mostly going to be looking at these distance time graphs. We'll be looking at other graphs of functions in the following units. For right now, though, we'll just worry about these distance time graphs. They're called distance time graphs because on the x-axis, the independent variable is the time. On the y-axis, the dependent variable is your distance from home base. One way to look at this is to think of the x-axis as your home base. So on your notes, go ahead and write home base right there. Now the line, as it's getting far, if this is your home base down here, as the line is getting farther and farther and farther away from your home base, that means in real life, the object or the person is getting farther and farther away from their starting point or starting place. So along this line, we're going to write farther from home base. Now from B to C, our distance for this amount of time right here, from like this time to this time, this whole spread of time down here, the distance is not changing. Okay, we're not getting farther away, we're not getting closer, and this block of time from B to C, our distance from home base is staying the same. That means that from this time, time B to time C, we must be stopped. We're not getting any farther from home base, and we're not getting any closer to home base. We're staying the same distance away. But now, when we get to C, now we're getting slightly closer. So from C to D, we are moving toward our home base. Okay, that says moving toward our home base from C to D. Not very fast though. It's taking us this whole chunk of time from C to D to not move that much closer. And now from D to E, we are stopped again. Okay, our distance isn't getting any farther away or getting any closer to home base. So we're going to say stopped right there. And now from E to F, we are getting closer and closer and closer and closer until we hit our home base again. So this is like we're coming back home, we're coming back to the place we started. And because the line is so steep, that means we're moving pretty quickly. It's not taking us very much time at all to get all the way home. So we're moving quickly toward home. And it's quick because the line is steep. And then at F, we arrive at home base. Okay, or like our starting place, or our house, or wherever our goal is. I always call this like our home base. Not the baseball kind of base, but like your headquarters. So this is describing what's happening based on the graph. Many times in this objective, it's going to ask you to create a situation. So you could say something like, we could come up with a person's name. We'll say John. So John is starting at home, and then he's driving to the store away from his house. Then he stopped at the store to get his things, to buy his groceries. Then he goes a little bit closer to home, then he stops to get gas, gets gas on the way home. And then because he has so much gas, he's able to speed right home and he goes home really fast. That would be an example of a story that you could tell based on this graph. That would be constructing a situation for a given table or graph. You will also see in this objective that you'll be given a situation, and you'll have to give the graph based on the situation. Okay? So that is objective 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to watch this video again if you have any questions or if you want to refer back to it. And thanks for listening.